In the vast agricultural landscapes of the United States, one of the greatest threats to farming does not come from drought, pests, or market shifts. It comes from an animal. The wild boar, or feral swine, has become one of the most destructive invasive species in North America, inflicting losses that stretch into the billions. Farmers across states like Texas, Florida, and Georgia know this struggle all too well. Every year, wild boars are responsible for an estimated $1.5 to $2.5 billion in agricultural damage. They plow through cornfields, devastate peanut and rice farms, and uproot pastures that cattle depend on. Their behavior is not just disruptive, it is catastrophic for crops, soil quality, and farm infrastructure. The damage they cause stems from their natural instincts. Wild boars dig and root in search of food, tearing through fields with incredible force. This rooting behavior destroys young plants before they can grow, leaves deep holes that damage farm equipment, and disrupts irrigation systems. Farmers often describe their fields as looking like they've been hit by a bulldozer after a sounder of wild boars passes through. And unlike seasonal pests, these animals cause destruction year-round. What makes the problem even more alarming is their reproduction. Wild boars are one of the fastest reproducing large mammals on the planet. A single sow can produce 2 litters each year, with 4 to 12 piglets per litter. Under favorable conditions, the population can double in just a matter of months. This explosive breeding capacity ensures that even if hundreds are removed from a region, more will quickly replace them. That is why the population has exploded to over 6 million across more than 30 states in the U.S., spreading into areas where they were once unknown. Their intelligence and adaptability make them even harder to manage. Wild boars are highly social, living in groups known as sounders, and they quickly learn to avoid traps, hunters, and other control measures. They are primarily nocturnal in heavily hunted areas, using the cover of darkness to feed and travel. This cunning behavior makes them one of the most challenging invasive species to control. For farmers, the consequences go beyond damaged crops. Wild boars also spread disease. They can transmit pathogens like swine brucellosis and pseudorabies to livestock, creating serious biosecurity risks. Even wildlife such as deer, turkeys, and ground-nesting birds suffer as boars compete for food and destroy habitats. Their rooting destabilizes soil, leading to erosion and water pollution. In short, the damage extends far beyond the farm. Because of these risks, wildlife management agencies and farmers have turned to a variety of strategies. Hunting is one of the most immediate solutions, but experts agree it cannot solve the problem on its own. Recreational hunting removes thousands each year, yet it is not enough to keep pace with their reproduction. More effective methods include large-scale trapping operations, aerial gunning, and coordinated eradication programs. States like Texas have experimented with helicopter hunts to control massive populations in open ranges, while others are investing in advanced trapping technologies that can capture entire sounders at once. Still, management is a long-term battle. Wildlife officials stress that cooperation between farmers, hunters, and government agencies is critical. Without constant action, wild boars will continue to spread, threatening the nation's agriculture, ecosystems, and rural communities. The fight against wild boars is not just about protecting crops. It is about defending livelihoods, ensuring food security, and restoring balance to landscapes under siege by one of the toughest and most adaptable animals in North America.